If you could change any choices you have ever made, would you? You can always make another choice and change the course of your success. Everyone has the potency to make inspired choices. Get ready to listen, share, and experience the creativity that is you. Now, here is the host of Inspired Choices radio show, Christine McIver.
Well, that's true. I am Christine McIver, and I'm very, very happy that you've chosen to be with me tonight. If you are listening live and you're listening on the app or you're listening online on one of the more than 55 platforms where you can catch our shows, thank you so much for choosing. If you would like to, and it's a lot of fun, come on over to the Inspired Choices Network website, inspiredchoicesnetwork.com. Click on the menu bar where it says chat room and come on in. You can use a real name, a fake name, whatever you choose. And let's really look at this topic tonight together. There's such a different creation. I don't know, all of the speakers, podcasters out there, you know that there can be a very different creation when other people join in with their energy and their thoughts, even if they're not asking a question. So I appreciate all of you being here. I have my lovely host Keisha in the chat room working with me tonight. And I am so appreciative that she's here, and I'm appreciative that all of you are here. And if you're listening to the replay, thank you for clicking. Thank you for clicking. So tonight we are talking about stop waiting for your business to go back to normal. Oh my God, what a word. The word normal is such a weird word, isn't it? Don't you kind of get like, I don't know, I get some funny feelings come up when I think about the word normal. There's like so much judgment in normal. And then I go, well, what is normal? Like, what I've been thinking, is that normal or am I abnormal? Like, oh my God, it's all over the place. But tonight we're going to be talking all about stop waiting. How many of you are waiting? How long have you been holding your breath? Whether it's because of the pandemic or some other reasons, are you waiting? Well, we're going to dive deep into that tonight. Before we do, I just want to bring to your attention a little bit about me. I am a strategic business coach. I'm the CEO of the Inspired Choices Network, where this is being broadcast from. And I'm someone that loves to be of assistance to others. I love to be your cheerleader for you growing your business and bringing value to you and your business, so that not only that your business can grow, but that you too can have so much more enjoyment, so much more pleasure in your business. Because to me, business really is pleasurable. It is pleasurable. And it's just like they always say, it's the way that you look at things, right? That's the way things showed up. And to me, business has always been pleasurable ever since I was a tiny little girl. I can't remember a time when I didn't want to be in business. I can't remember a time when I didn't want to have fun and be excited about business. And here I am today. I didn't think that this is something that I'd be doing. And I got tapped on the shoulder, in 2008. And it started to come forward, and here I am today, and I'm so happy. And what I really want to bring to you, to all of the listeners out there, or maybe there's somebody that you know that's in business and they're not very happy, or maybe you don't see them very often and you're wondering what's going on, or maybe you're seeing them stressed out. Let's change that. Let's change that together, because I know it is possible to have fun and have pleasure. And what a lot of us do is we stay in our own heads and we stay locked up in our own worlds, in our own businesses, because we've got so much judgment about succeeding or being financially wealthy or being respected or beating the competition or surviving, even surviving. Like, how many times, if you're new in business, how many times have you heard, well, you know what they say, if you make it past the first year, you've beaten a lot of odds. Like, how many of you are holding your breath, waiting for that first year to actually pass? Well, you don't have to wait anymore. You can reach out to me, Christine, at inspiredchoices.ca. You can check my website, inspiredchoices.ca, or you can check me out here on the Inspired Choices Network or anywhere where you show up on social media. You can be sure that you'll find me there. You can connect with me and ask me any questions. I love connecting with people who have been in business for a long time and are ready for an insurgence of fun, new energy, or people that are just starting out. And wherever you are, I'd love to have a conversation with you. Let's see if there's something that together we can make more enjoyable for you and your business. All right, let's jump into tonight's show. As I said, tonight's show is Stop Waiting for Your Business to Go Back to Normal. So today is, we are in September of 2021. And so the pandemic has been going on now for about a year and a half. I believe here in Canada, it was around March the 17th that we actually got the word that we needed to start taking precautions. And it's if you'd have told me back then that this is what would be going on for this length of time, I would have said that you were crazy. And I probably, if you'd have been able to give me evidence, I probably would have went into a lot of fear. Sometimes not knowing something keeps that brain and those old thought patterns out of the way, which is actually a gift. But here we are, year and a half, closing in on 2 years, and there's so much happening in the world. And I want to really dive into not what's happening outside of you, but what's happening within you and within your business. So has the world changes hit you and your business hard? Are you holding your breath, waiting for everything to go back to normal so your business will go back to normal? Well, stop it. Stop doing that. The one thing that we know that is constant, no matter what happens in the world, is change. Change is constant and it is normal. Now, I know that when you are someone who is having a tough time, and hey, I have been there. Just a few months ago, I was really struggling with some things, and I know what it is personally to have some tough times. I've struggled personally. I've struggled in finances. I've struggled in relationships. I mean, I've grown through a lot of challenges, and you can too. Just know that if you're here, you've already grown through every other one. They've not stopped you. But this whole time, especially the pandemic itself can so stop us and so keep us locked up in the worry and locked up in, I just want it to go back to normal. I just want it to go back to normal. And we refuse, like we are holding on so tightly to that idea that we're actually, we're actually suffocating what is really available to us. And it impacts our emotions. It impacts our mental state. We all know that people's mental states are just at an all-time crisis level. It's impacting our bodies because when our mental state is impacted, it will actually work its way out through body issues showing up. Stress alone can cause illness and even disease. So, if that's going on, please listen, please lean in. And who do you know that needs to hear this show tonight? I would love for you to actually text them right now, tell them to get their butts in here, or please send them this link, because when we are all moving forward and learning how to negotiate and navigate through the changes, our energy being in a positive way, our energy being in a hell yes, I'm having prosperity, I'm having joy, I'm having pleasure, will actually add to the next person's, and so on and so on. It can be contagious. So I'm asking you, please, for all of us, share this with someone. Share this with someone that you know is struggling in some way. And it doesn't have to be just in business, but most especially in business. I would so love for you to do that, because together we really all can make a huge, huge contribution. So as I was saying, change is constant and it is normal. Change is normal. Most of us, especially in our business, we have these kind of desires, or I like to think of it like a ladder. Like we want to climb this ladder and climb this ladder and climb this. We want to hit these markers within our business. And when we get to those markers, right, that can be really unnerving, because we don't know, because we've had this list, as it were, in our minds, or on our, on our dockets somewhere, of saying, okay, when I hit this, this is success and this is success. And when we actually hit those markers, it can actually be kind of like air coming out of a balloon, because we don't actually have something else that we're moving towards. And so that's creating a business, you're creating a business within a box, or you're creating your life within a box, because when you hit a certain marker, you're supposed to be happy, you're supposed to be successful, and so on and so forth. And then when you get there and you don't have something else, it can be very discouraging. It can be like I often say, it's like lunch bag letdown, because the thing of it is, the one thing that is constant is change, and you're going to continuously desire more. Now, I can tell you that many, many people, especially in business, they don't want to set themselves up for disappointment. How many of you out there, hands up, come on, ladies in the chat room, how many of you don't want to set yourself up for disappointment, so you don't put the bar too high, right? You're like, oh, I'd like to, but let me be realistic. You know what? Take the word realistic and throw it out the damn window, because that is not the fuel for dreams. Being realistic is being real. So being real is really about saying what's here right now, right? Because if you really are looking to move into dreams and into desires, you have to be willing to go into possibilities. Well, if you've had an opportunity to be successful so far in your business, and the pandemic hit and now you feel unsuccessful, right? Your normal brain will go, wait a second, we were happy when, so let's go back there, right? And the fact of the matter is, I wish I could have an example. A thought just got into my mind. But the fact of the matter is you cannot go back, because energies, everything is energy. We've talked about this so many times. Energies change. All of the energies change. The energies of your business change. The energy of your clients and customers, your prospects, they change. The energy of you has changed. Now, you may have gone into fear if you're really holding on and waiting. You may have gone into fear, and you may have watched your business shift and go in a direction that you don't deem it successful. And that's what's really, really, sorry, I'm just getting a message from a host, because that's what business is all about, doing it in real time. So, sorry, brain, pull back. What's very, very important is for you to understand that as energies shift and as people go through changes, your business is going to receive those energies, because you personally are receiving them. Remember, you're the conduit to your business. And as those things change, and as you're changing, your business is going to receive those energies. It's really up to you, my friends. It's up to you to do it. And I say this all the time, check up from the neck up. Where are you at? Where are your thoughts? Where are your worries? What are you thinking about that you're maybe not even aware that you're thinking about? I know that's probably crazy, but oftentimes we have these programs of worry in the back of our minds, right? And they are continuing to have energy because we oftentimes want to push them away. We'll just kind of push them down. And when we push them down, when we push them down and we push them away, we don't actually resolve them. So they still are humming along and humming along and humming along. And they are impacting us. And we're not giving them the attention to actually clear them. So when something perceived, not great occurs in your life or in your business, what I really want you to get is that it's up to you to pay attention to your thoughts. And before we go to our first break, here's the thought that I want you to ask yourself. Spend a little bit of time. Now, please do this. As a business owner, you have to hold yourself accountable, or call me. And as your business coach, I will hold you accountable to move you in the desire that you want to go. Most people need coaches because we suck at holding ourselves accountable. Okay, but this is what I want you to do. I want you to spend 20 minutes a day. And I want you to imagine that you are sitting at your boardroom table. Okay, you, the employer, are sitting at your boardroom table. Your business is sitting at your boardroom table, and your clients and your customers are sitting at your boardroom table. Can you get that? All right. And then I want you to ask yourself some questions. And the very first question I want you to ask yourself, once you've assembled everyone around the boardroom table, what am I thinking right now? As it relates to my business, what am I thinking right now? I want you to be with that and take a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen. And I just want you to write and write and write and write and write. All right. I forget that. I'm sure Keisha will know the name of it. When you just are writing, you're just following whatever is coming out, and you just keep writing and writing and writing, and write for 5, 10, even up to 20 minutes, and write, what am I thinking about my business right now? And that is going to start to bring to the surface. Thank you, my guest in the chat room. Karen says free flow writing. Thank you. And as you're doing that, what's going to happen is the thoughts that you are having that you maybe have buried are going to start to come to the surface. All right. And as you would at any boardroom table, you're going to talk about what's going on in the business. And you, as the conduit for your business, your thoughts are part of the business creation. So I'm telling you, I've sat around a boardroom table with 20 people in a business, and it was intense. And we looked at every uncomfortable thought, every uncomfortable action that was going on, with the desire to create greater. So if you have a desire to create greater in your business, and anything I'm saying could be applied to personal, right? If you have a desire to create greater in your business, I want you to commit to doing this exercise. Even if you just did this exercise for 7 days for 20 minutes, free flow writing. What am I thinking about my business right now? And I want you to see everyone around the boardroom table. This is going to be absolutely some of the greatest information that's going to come forward to assist you in moving forward. So I'm challenging you to do that. All right. Let's jump over to our first break. And when we get back, we're going to dive in more to about the stopping waiting, how you can stop waiting, how you can come out of that fear, and some of the tools that are going to actually help you to continue to grow and expand no matter what is going on in the world. Everyone, you're listening to Inspired Choices. I am your host, Christine McIver, here on the Inspired Choices Network, and we'll be right back after this commercial break. Hold on a second. Let me just fix something. There we go. All right, enjoy our break.
Many of us make choices in our lives based on our past experiences or what others believe. What would our lives be like if we made our choices based on what we desire for our futures? When you join Inspired Choices Radio Show with Coach Christine McIver, you'll be provoked to look at what is true and what you know but may not choose that requires your attention. Christine does not hold back and brings all her expertise during each and every show. Are you ready to create the life and the living you truly desire? Listen for Inspired Choices Radio Show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email becomeahost@inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is the Inspired Choices Show with Coach Christine McIver. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Christine@InspiredChoices.ca. Now, back to the program.
All right, my friends, thank you so much for being here tonight. Oh my gosh, it is such a great topic to have. And it's one that I'm not just doing for all of you. I'm doing it for me too, because whenever I'm creating my show, what I think is really cool about having my own show is that the topics come up that also I can learn and grow from. So how cool is that? If anybody out there has a voice and a message, oh my gosh, this is just straight water, I promise. If anybody out there has a message and you'd like to bring your voice to the airwaves, please contact me. We are looking for some dynamic business owners who are ready to really bring their message and change to the world. And I'm very proud of what we've created here at Inspired Choices Network, and all of the creators, past, present, and future, are here to make things amazing. And I would love to hear from you. So let's jump back into tonight's show. So we are talking about stop waiting for your business to go back to normal. All right. First thing I want to talk about is, this is funny. The first thing I want to talk about is, what does the word normal mean? So the word normal is an adjective, and it means typical or common. Let me see. Blah, blah, blah. They're talking about math. Blah, 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 blah. Rule, literal, carpenter's square. It's also conforming to common standards or established order of usage, regular or usual. Okay, so what I got from that, typical, common, and usual. Ugh, I never want to be normal ever again. Now let's talk about this from a business perspective, okay? First of all, if you're being common, right? I want you to imagine, it is funny. I want you to imagine that you are an extra. You're an extra in a movie, right? Maybe there's a protest and there's 5,000 people in this protest and you're an extra, right? Are you going to stand out? Not likely. Not likely. You're going to fade. You're going to fade into the background, right? When you are looking at your business, do you want to be normal? Now, the opposite of normal does not need to be extravagant or, I don't know, another word like just outrageous. That does not mean that you have to be all the way over crazy, okay? You don't have to be like me. You don't have to be like the next person. You can be like you, but not being common or regular. Now, let me take you back to the time before you decided to start your own business, right? 5 minutes before the thought of starting your own business came into your head, you were going along, beep, 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 whatever. Maybe you were frustrated. Maybe you were feeling underemployed or underachieved, or you just didn't have a spark, right? When the idea of going into your own business came in, I absolutely know that it came in with the energy of excitement. Every single solitary thing in the world, an idea is birthed from desire and excitement. Now, you may very quickly put yourself into freak out around the idea of doing that. But at that moment of conception, just like conceiving a child, the bodies have to get excited to release the eggs and the sperm. Well, nothing is different when we're talking about business. There has to be a spark. There has to be that excitement, right? Were you being normal in that moment of excitement, of the idea of bringing something new into the world? Now, I am not the only strategic business coach in the world. And I'm certainly not the only person who has a radio show or a podcast or a TV show. And I'm certainly not the only business owner whose one of their businesses is a radio show, broadcasting, TV platform. I'm not. But nobody does it like I do. With my energy, with my creativity, with my joy and my excitement and my possibilities. Nobody does it the way I do it. So it is not normal the way that I do it. The same is true of you. The energy and the thoughts and the ideas, creative ideas are like fingerprints. They are all different. They're different because they're coming through you and the way that you deliver. Just the energy. Again, I've said this 1,000 times. If I was doing a show and a colleague was doing a show, we did the same topic and we actually had a script to deliver the topic, right? Different people would be aware of the different shows and they would be pulled to those different shows because of the energy that we be. The point that I'm getting to, my friends, is if you are being normal, you're not in creation right away because you're just fading into the back, right? And if you are asking for things to go back to normal, you're asking things to go backwards. Go back before, right? Possibilities live in the future. They do not live in the past. The past is done. Normal is boring. Normal is not spark creative energy that is going to bring forth new possibilities. Now, would you like to experience some of the same things that you've experienced in the past with your business? That's a different thing. But if you're holding on for things to go back into the way that they were, they never are going to. And you don't need a pandemic. You don't need an explosion. You don't need anything in the world to happen in order for you to understand that nothing is ever going to stay the same. And if you are buying the lie that you have to hold on to and grip onto, waiting, I want it to go back to normal. And what you're doing is you're putting up blinders to what you're going to see, what you're willing to see. You're closing down your hearing, you're closing down conversations. You are not going to see something right in front of your face. If somebody came up to your door and knocked on your door and said, "Hey, Christine, I have this business opportunity. I think this would be great for your business. I think that, it would really complement your business. It would really go in alignment with your business values and your targets. And it would definitely be something that would continue to contribute to your bottom line. I wouldn't hear it. You would not hear that. You would just think, oh, this person's annoying. They have no idea what they're talking about. And you would slam the door. You are slamming the door energetically all around you if you are having that belief or that deep desire that you just are waiting. You're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting for things to go back to normal. I want you to do something before we go to our next break. I want you to just tap in. If you're listening to this show, if you are at all curious about this show and you're really leaning in with this show, I want you to ask yourself, what is it that I'm waiting for? Get specific. What is the energy of normal? What does that feel like? When you say, I'm waiting for things to come back to normal, to go back to normal, is that a high vibrating energy? Is that excitement and joy and possibilities and creativity, pleasure, laughter, fun? Or is that like, does it have the energy of victim? Does it have the energy of pity party? Does it have the energy of, I don't know what the hell to do? Those are low vibrating energies, my friend. And if you don't get anything else from tonight's show, I hope you get that. Because we know that the law of attraction is always in effect. And what that means is if that's what you're holding on to, you're going to create more of that, the wishing that things were like the past. Please let go of that. Please let go of that. That would make me so happy if you would just start to lean into the possibilities. Now, before we went to the first break, I gave you a task that I really would like you to do, and that's taking the next 7 days to do 20 minutes around the boardroom table with everyone that's a part of your business. And I would like you to free flow. What am I thinking about my business right now? Let's bring these things to the surface because we can't change them. What I want you to add to that is I want you to add in after those 7 days are done. I'd like you to add in 7 days of writing, again, boardroom table, around what would be fun, what would make my business more enjoyable for me, what would make my business more enjoyable for my customers, what would make my business more enjoyable to talk about, what would make my business more enjoyable to play with. I want you to ask some of those questions. Now, that's the second set of 7 days, right? Because when you're sitting around with your board of directors around the boardroom table, you're not just talking about the problems, you're also doing business development ideas. And that's where, in this part, right? In this part is where you're going to come out of the normal and you're going to come out of the waiting when you're going into the possibilities. But that is not possible until you actually look at what you're thinking about with your business and be honest with yourself. Some of you, you're going to look at some of those items that you're thinking about over those first 7 days, and you're going to let them go really quickly. Like you're going to be like, wow, I had no idea what I was still thinking. That is not true for me anymore. I'm going to let that go now. The end. And you don't have to keep revisiting it. And some of the other ideas that are coming in, you may need some support. Who doesn't? I have coaches. Everybody should have a coach. If you desire to go greater and farther, I'm taking trainings all the time. I take coaching because I didn't come this far to come this far. I want to have more joy and more possibilities. And I love doing what I'm doing. And I want to keep fine tuning it. So please reach out. I would love to be your coach. I would love to work with you. Maybe we need 1 session. Maybe we need 10. Let's look at what's really going on for you. You deserve to have more joy in your business. Whether you reach out to me or not, though, please do these 2 sets of 7 days. All right. Okay, we are going to go. How does the time go this fast? Oh, my Lord. We're going to go to our second break. You are listening to Inspired Choices on the Inspired Choices Network. I'm your host, Christine McIver. We'll be right back.
Many of us make choices in our lives based on our past experiences or what others believe. What would our lives be like if we made our choices based on what we desire for our futures? When you join Inspired Choices radio show with Coach Christine McIver, you'll be provoked to look at what is true and what you know but may not choose that requires your attention. Christine does not hold back and brings all her expertise during each and every show. Are you ready to create the life and the living you truly desire? Listen for Inspired Choices radio show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
How wonderful would it be to carry your favorite Inspired Choices Network host with you throughout your day? Well, now you can. Inspired Choices Network now has its very own mobile app. Our free app offers live streaming shows, along with thousands of podcasts and TV episodes. Our shows cover a wide variety of topics. Whether you're waking up with us, carrying us through the day, and taking us to bed with you, we're always here for you to enjoy. We're easy to find. Just search for Inspired Choices Network in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
This is the Inspired Choices Show with Coach Christine McIver. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Christine@InspiredChoices.ca. Now, back to the program.
All right, my friends. Woohoo! All right, this is going fast, and I've still got so much to cover. Oh my gosh, who knows what next week's going to be like. So you are listening to the Inspired Choices Show with Christine McIver. That's me. And tonight we're talking about stop waiting. Remember, one of the biggest things is that when you are waiting, you are shutting down receiving. Waiting is shutting down receiving because you're not being present. When you are not being present, you are in either the past or in the future. All right. It's critical that if you are going to not only survive whatever is going on in your world now, when there's a pandemic or when, there's a recession or whatever, if you are ever going to survive and see the possibilities around you, you have to be present. It's so critical. And so these are the very important things that you need to be doing. So rather than waiting to hold to the past longer and slow things down and stop the process, whether it's the aging process or whatever, just revel in the power of what you have right now. I want you to start looking at, here's a great question. What is wealthy in my business right now? What is wealthy in my business right now? Now, what's wealthy in your business might be having a very clean office. I'm very wealthy. I'm wealthy as in prosperity. I have a great deal of it. So organization, right? Maybe connections, maybe systems, maybe services to offer, maybe available times, maybe clients in this one service. Maybe your website is set up with a great system. You've got some great systems going on there. Maybe you're offering different things to clients or customers. Maybe you're set up on social media and you got that dance down really beautifully. Look at where you are wealthy. And I want you to spend some time. And I bet you haven't done this for a very, very long time. I want you to spend some time really rejoicing and being your own cheerleader. really, really rejoicing. So like tonight, when we got ready, we were getting ready in the green room, and my producer Keisha, so we're talking to you. How are you? What's going on? And I said, I'm just so happy because I got rid of like 5 tabs, because I've always got like 40 or 50 tabs going on, because I've always got so many things going on. I got rid of 5 tabs. I'm getting that organized. I got my emails down to 23 from 70 today, and I'm getting things lined up, and that excites me. And who do I have to thank for that? Me. That's where I'm wealthy. I'm wealthy at organizing, and that helps me to continue to create and move forward. These are some very, very important things to keep in mind. Okay. So ask yourself, where am I wealthy in my business? And I want you to hold yourself accountable to where you are looking. Where are you looking? Are you only looking at a bank account? Whoa, that is going to put so much pressure on you, and B, it's going to stop the possibilities coming in. Because if you think the only way things can come in, prosperity can come in, is through the bank account, through the finances, you miss out on other ways that prosperity. I want you to think of prosperity as a very big, let's say it's like a big circle. You like your big macro prosperity possibilities, right? Money is only one part of that. You've got to be willing to look at every aspect of your business, even you. Where are you wealthy? You're great at getting up on time. You're great at being at your desk on time. You hold yourself accountable to stay on task, or to work the hours you say that you're going to work, whatever it is. Whatever you've set up with yourself, you're committed to it and you're following through. It's a really, really, really important thing. I love this excerpt from, and this is so important for us to always remember. This is from, Esther Hicks. It's from The Money and the Law of Attraction. You are meant to succeed, and failure should feel bad to you. Life is supposed to go well for you. And when it does not, there is something wrong. But what is wrong is not something that is outside of you, over which you have no control. This is the important part. What is wrong is within you, and you do have control. And taking control is not difficult to do once you understand the basis of who you are, and the basis of the law of attraction, and the value of your personal emotional guidance system. You are meant to come here to prosper. And when things do not feel good, when you feel like you're failing, your emotions and your body is trying to give you not only the feelings of bad and feeling unhappy, but when they're trying to give you that so that you will also receive what will make you happy, what will bring what desires you have, and what you want to focus on to change those bad, heavy feelings. Okay, there is a gift. There is a huge gift in feeling failure or feeling bad. Now, a lot of people say there's no failure. And yes, I understand that. But in reference to this quote, it's failure means you've stopped. And unless you get out of this body, you've not failed. Okay. You have another choice. You have another day. You can choose again and choose again and choose again and choose again. And oh, look, you can choose again and you can choose again and you can choose again. You've been choosing again every single solitary day of your life. Just getting up is choosing again. All right. So no, you've never failed, but that feeling as if you have failed is a gift. If you will allow that gift to bring your desires, because in the very same millisecond that you feel bad because there's a desire that is wanting to be fulfilled. You wouldn't feel bad about something if there wasn't a desire that's asking to be fulfilled. So when you feel bad, don't stop there. Don't marinate in that. Don't like commiserate about it. Tell 1,000 people, go work with a coach. Tell your coach yes, and move through it. Don't keep giving it energy to keep it going, because what is going to happen is you're going to put all of your focus over on the failure or what you do not want, when the purpose, the gift of feeling that is that simultaneously the desire is there. So ask, what would I desire to change this? What is available to me that I could bring my desires forward? Ask some questions to shift over to the desire, even if you don't know what it is that you desire. I don't know what it is that I desire, but I desire to feel 1,000 times better than I feel right now. Show me. Universe, show me. Show me what it is that I desire. Body, show me. Show me what it is that I desire. Business, show me. Show me what it is that I desire. I say those things all the time. And oh my gosh, I know I've told this story before, but I used to feel like I didn't have any creative ideas. And I started to use those tools, the show me tools. And it's, I have so many creative ideas now. I'm like going like a bat out of hell to put them into execution, to really move through. And I'm so happy. I am so happy and so grateful that I challenged myself to grow. I'm so happy and grateful that I challenged myself to reach higher, to not stay stuck in the sad and the depressed and the worry. Yes, I have big emotions. I feel so much. And I've been at that place of feeling like, why should I stay in this body when I am so sad all of the time? I felt that more than I would like to actually think about. But I also have big desires. And so I have choice, and so do you. You have choice. Are you going to focus on what you do not have, or are you going to ask for more of what you do desire? You, my friends, are in control. That's what you're in control of. That's what you're in control of. You don't get less possibilities because of where you were yesterday. I don't get more possibilities because you get less. There's not a finite amount of possibilities and creativity in the world. There's not. There's more always birthing through your desires. And that's why where you focus is where you have the control to change what's not working. I want you to pay attention as well to the but. To the but. This was so cool. This came in this week from the universe. Big but alert. Don't let your buts, Christine, be bigger than your dreams. We're not talking about your backside, okay? We're talking about but I don't have the money. But everybody else's does it better than me. But I'm sad. But you could come up with a million excuses. You could come up with so many excuses that everybody around you would be like, yeah, you're right. You should stop that, or you should not do that, or you should, whatever. You could convince anybody of anything. How about convincing yourself that more is actually friggin' possible? Would you do that? Would you stop belly aching? Would you stop focusing on what's not working and allow that to be a gift to show you what is? The waiting is it's like saying you want to go to another town and going to the train station, but there's no train, and you just keep standing there waiting for the train. There's no train. There's a bus. The bus is a mile down the road. Could you go there? But you don't even know there's a bus because you're just so damn focused on this is how it has to happen. It has to go back to normal. There is no going back. Now, as I said, and I don't think I finished that thought earlier, if there are things that you created in the past that you really enjoyed, how about asking the universe, how can I have an experience like that again? That was so much fun. Allow the experience to come without the functionality or the dynamics to be exactly the same, right? I had so much fun doing that. What else is possible? For me, I can tell you that when I first started TV, I was doing the TV right in my home studio. I was doing the TV. I had people coming in and producing, and it was a lot. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work, and things started to change. And I said, I really love doing that. That was a lot of fun. And then the next thing, I had somebody reach out to me, and they wanted to coordinate and actually have me in their studio, in their live TV studio, not live TV, but TV studio. And so I started to do TV there, and that was a lot of fun. My nerves were, I really had to expand to grow into that opportunity. And I wanted that opportunity to continue, but the pandemic came. And so how could I? Well, here we have TV now. You see, I wasn't asking for the studio to open up again. I was asking for the experience. I want to experience that energy again, that fun, that play, that possibility. Show me. And oh my gosh, this is so much easier. This is so much more fun. Actually, one of the biggest things was I wanted all of my hosts on the network to experience the opportunity of having their own TV show. And I kept trying to think about, how could I make that happen? How could I make that happen? I can't fly them all here every single week to do it in this studio. And the blessing of the pandemic was that a different opportunity was actually being presented to me, and different ideas started to come, and boom, now we all do our own TV show right from our own home offices. How does it get any better than that? You see, when you're asking for the experience, different things can come. And then things can open up greater and greater and greater. I know the pandemic sucks. I have personal experiences where I'm sad. My son lives in Bangkok, Thailand, and I haven't been able to put my arms around him for 2 years, and I can't talk about it long because I'll start to cry. But he could be home in a month for a visit. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, that sucks. And not being with my friends, that sucks. And it sucks, all the people getting sick and all the people dying. It all sucks. There's a lot of shit that sucks. But am I going to focus there, or am I going to focus on the possibilities? What you experience day to day to day, each and every single day, changes the way that you are going to actually create and expand in your business. Your business needs you to get out of your head and to move beyond this trying to go back to normal. Your business requires this. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Your business requires that of you. Your business can't do this without you. And this is such an important piece for you to understand, my friends, because without you really holding yourself accountable to moving beyond the waiting, nothing's going to change. Remember, you're the one in control. You're the one that makes all the big differences in the world. You are such a gift to the world. And what you have, the possibilities that you have, I'm sure you've hardly even tapped into. I know that I've been in my own business now since 2008, and I know that I'm just starting to crack. I am cracking up. I'm just starting to scratch the surface of what I can actually create with my business. And I am so freaking excited about this. I'm so excited about this. You don't have to take that long. You can do it much, much faster. Everybody that, gets a coach and that person's been coaching, been getting coaches, they usually can assist their clients even to move even faster. So, my friends, we're coming up to the end of the show. I'm so grateful you were here tonight. I enjoyed the show. I hope that you did too. I hope you will listen to the prompts of what I've asked you to do to contribute. I would love to hear from you. And I'd love for you to share this show or maybe go give it a review on one of the podcast platforms. I'd be incredibly grateful. Remember, until next week, I want you to remember that you can always make another choice. That's what you have control over. Bye for now.
Thank you for choosing to listen to Inspired Choices Radio Show. Christine McIver will return next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. We hope you'll join us. Until then, be willing to choose what you really desire. This is your life, making the choices that bring you all that you desire.